County of Dorset. I have never heard of this roleplay game before, and I'm pretty interested in checking it out. It was actually created earlier this year, so it has been in development for a few months, I would say. Probably around 6 months or something like that. But we're gonna check the game out because it was in my recommended page. But this game, to be honest, has a little more dislikes than the usual roleplay game you see. And what I find so weird about it is the fact that it only has 1,000 more likes than dislikes. So I'm not too sure if this is a good one or not, but we're gonna figure it out. Alright, so this is the loading screen right here. You can see we're loading in. It's in the beta stage right now. If I'm gonna be honest with y'all, that was a very simple loading screen. No music, no nothing. That was pretty boring, I would say. But that's not all we're gonna think about. Now we're gonna go on to the actual roleplay section of the game, or more into how the game looks, feels, and everything. So we're gonna spawn a car. We can choose from the cars down here. It has a very strange system of spawning cars, like our older system of spawning cars, if you understand what I mean. I would like to actually have photos of the cars, because I don't know every car mode out there, so it would be pretty cool to have them in there as well. But we're gonna spawn this one right here, and it looks like a cool car actually. The BMWs, they are really beautiful, I ain't gonna lie. So yeah, this was a pretty good choice of me, I would say. If we can just... Oh, so to drive this car you need the sports game pass. Oh my days. Oh, so even when I get out, this won't get out of my face? Oh, well, that's gonna make this game not a 10 out of 10. Alright, I'm sorry. So we gotta respawn, I guess. Let's do this again, guys. We're getting the 2013 Mini Cooper. This thing cannot be a sports car, because if it is, then I'm gonna be super mad. Oh yes, it works. Alright, I actually believe they haven't spent enough time building the game, okay? If you take that in a developer's perspective, I know it takes a lot of time to create a good game. That's fully understandable. But actually, this game seems a bit, you know, basic in a way. It doesn't feel fully finished. Not sure exactly why I get that feeling, but it just doesn't feel finished. You see, there are open spaces everywhere. They could have finished at least a bit of the map, if you get what I mean. Like this. They haven't even filled in this little part. The roads look very glitchy. And guys, I'm not saying this to be a hater, okay? I'm saying this to give feedback to the developers so they can improve their game. I'm not telling you all to go dislike the game, because that's nothing you should do. The reason the dislikes are there, well, that's because they don't feel like the game is fun to play at the moment, and it definitely needs some improvements, and even I can see that. I actually get quite some hate for not giving my honest opinion on things. I do usually give my honest opinions. I'm pretty shocked by most games out there. I am. But y'all wanted me to react to things as if I was in the developer's perspective. But honestly, if a professional developer would look into this, they would directly tell you that this is nothing worth playing. And as I said, I'm not saying that as hate. I'm just trying to give you all feedback. You see this? You don't just leave a map open like this everywhere. It looks way too strange. And I fully understand that you all started working on this like 6 months ago. But within this time, you should at least wait before releasing it, because there is nothing in the game you can do right now. And I mean literally nothing. You see, this is the entire map right here. It has like, oh yeah, well, 50 buildings or something maybe. A bit more, I don't know. I can't count too well. But honestly, this game deserves a little bit more of developing. And in 6 months, I mean, a little more than this could have been done. And I'm serious when I say that. I don't know how many people are working on the game, but I feel like it's missing a lot. Yeah, you can probably tell watching this video. And if you want to see it yourself, then definitely go ahead and join up the game and actually give feedbacks to the developers if you find any bugs, if you find anything strange. But I can tell that there's a lot of bugs and strange things around the map. Very, very strange things. I got no idea why there are so many people playing the game. However, I might got a little clue, and that might be advertisements. I'm guessing they've advertised the game for a lot of cash. A bunch of random kids join in, the game gets recommended to more people, and they check the game out. But you can clearly tell that the developers are not that experienced just by looking at this, for example. And yes, this is a tool for building roads, and they have managed to mess up this badly. Once again, that's not hate, I'm just trying to give feedback, alright? I haven't said this in a long time, but I feel like this is one of the less qualitative games on Roblox, especially in the roleplay section. The buildings, well, they are pretty beautiful, I'm not gonna lie. They are pretty well made. The cars, yeah, they run pretty fine. I have no problem with them. But but there is so much more that's needed for a game to be fully functional, which this game sadly doesn't have. And I don't see why you would release a game this early in development. Even if you have the base of the game, don't just release it without actually finishing things before doing so, because it's super boring at the moment. I don't think there's anything you can do in this game. I don't think there's any robberies you can do. I don't even think you can change teams. Maybe you can actually, but I haven't even found a section for changing teams, so I don't think that's actually a thing. But it actually says police station up here, so they have actually added a police station, but I don't see a team change UI anywhere on my screen, so I got no idea how to change teams. One thing that's pretty cool though is that you can actually buy homes, so you can buy a house in the game and all, but there's so much more needed to the game. I'm sorry, but don't just leave a game like this. You see, I mean, this could definitely become something with some more developing, but for the moment, I wouldn't actually recommend the game. I would rate the game at the current stage 4 out of 10. The buildings, well, they are pretty decent. I would say 7.5. The cars, yeah, they are awesome in a way, so I'm gonna say 8 or 8.5. They aren't the best, but they are definitely pretty nice, and they look good, alright? I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for saying the actual truth here, but if y'all look at my game, for example, Roseville County, it's not done yet, alright? It's still in development stages, and we actually released the game early. Or Swain did. Swain, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to expose you there for releasing the game a bit early. First of all, yeah, the map was a little small when we released it. Okay, I can agree on that. But at least it was finished. It was like you could drive through it with no problem. There wasn't open spaces like this. We fixed most of the bugs. There are still some scripting bugs that's needed to be fixed. But we didn't release the game without having anything working. Alright, there are things working in Roseville County, and you can actually have decent roleplays in it. I'm not saying that my game is better than any other game, because I know, for instance, that most other roleplay games currently up, they are better than Roseville County, alright? Roseville County needs a lot of development to it as well. Games require so many things these days to be fun to play that it takes super long to create a project. And what I think these guys have missed is the fact that they gotta consider spending some more time working on the game instead of just releasing it. So I think these guys just thought of getting some Robux out of this or something. Maybe they thought it was gonna be smart to just publish it. But the amount of dislikes you're gonna have once you're actually finished with the game is an insane amount. So I'm telling you all, be careful with releasing games early and stuff, because the general player base won't actually support it. That's basically it for this video. Sorry for being such a negative dude today, but it had to be done. I had to be honest with y'all. But yeah, y'all have a great day. See you in the next vid. Bye.